150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right on target this time.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. On the move. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3-and-out. They won't do that here. They might go 4-and-out, but they'll try to convert here. On fourth down, trying to find his man. The screen, he's got wheels. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Does the short pass to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Pulls it, fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. It must be great to be a Georgia linebacker. Coming downhill with speed, defensive front eats up blockers, and you make the play.
It is nice, and it's nice because usually they got three guys in front of you. They're eating five, and those linebackers get to come downhill, make plays in the backfield like you saw right here.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Motion from the wideout. A run for the quarterback. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. The RPO, it's complete. Turning it on! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Georgia going up tempo. moving away from pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. You can hear the roar all the way to Mount Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State line.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab right down the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away. First down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Makes the grab. Oh, he found a space out, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield, it's Robbins. Gets it out quickly. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got him in the open. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Dogs are rolling down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Wolf. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to throw again. Uncorks it. Found a save. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Using his feet. Creates a little room. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Robbins. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
These third downs, man, they're critical down in distances. When you have mobile quarterbacks, it's just so great to know that, one, they can get it throwing it for your offense, but two, if it's not there, they can take off and scramble and generate big plays as well. This guy now, because of it...
Next going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Alabama has the lead right now, but this Tide crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 7 over Arkansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know of it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Here's a heat. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Robbins. Got a man, it's Wolf. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision. Most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fakes to grab. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. the back moving. Going to swing it on second down. The screen, he can go. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They just keep firing. Got his man quickly. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back. Takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking to throw, it's Robbins. Fires to the right. He's got it. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Takes the easy completion. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the stick.
Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit as he throws.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they're trying to... on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to pass. It's Robbins. Throws to the back. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
Not taking a knee, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Oh, they're after him. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Nittany Lions will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw again. The quick out. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. A strike downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous.
A shot toward the end zone, and they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Now from inside the red zone. Now he's going to break the pocket. Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick, and guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Robbins. The short hands, it's Wolf. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Georgia going up tempo. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A low line drive and not his best work. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Got his man. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Defense looks as if it's coming. Just keeps slinging it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Here comes the heat. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. There he goes. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Watch out, go over. Looks as if he's going to run it. Runs through a tackle. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
414 satellite. 414 satellite. Ready, go.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And the Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. No huddle offense to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Now adjusting. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here.
Timeout, Georgia.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Robbins. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. To the air on second down. He's going to fire deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man on the right. Turning it on. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Finds the tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. No huddle here for the offense. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And when
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia. And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And with With that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Looking for a man. It's Robbins. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
From the gun. Rushes on him. Quarterback's got the first. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And this is a tough spot for QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Off and running. He's at the 10. Only in the hops.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Indiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a...
Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They add on to this lead, and it looks as it, they'll be moving to 2-0.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Bringing the heat. Across the 25, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up, and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top. And they can't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Here's the pressure. Buys a little time with his feet. Here's a throw downfield late. Pulls it in on the right. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the tight end. It's a fumble on the play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Might be changing the route. Scanning the field, it's Robbins. Got his man on the right. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Dogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
And I like the play call, like being aggressive on offense. 2nd and inches, you still got a 3rd down coming, but the defense, great job being ready for the pass. Wasn't fooled, got the sack, now set up a better 3rd down situation for him.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. It's Robbins. He'll take another shot here. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.